Hi everyone, welcome to our Aries reading for April 2021. I want to say happy birthday to those celebrating in March and also those celebrating in April. So that's why I decided to start your reading for you be the first one for the month of April. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. By the way, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those of you who are intuitively guided to the reading, you may not have Aries in your chart. Just something within your intuition was pulling you towards it. Thank you for listening to your intuition. And if you're here really checking up on the energy of an Aries, remember that your guides know that and will probably give you messages too. Not probably, they will. All right. Let me just close this. Okay. All right, my loves, let's begin. It did not take long at all. We have honesty. Please excuse my nails, by the way. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. All right, let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. Let me bring this down a little bit. Many of you know I got a new microphone. I am going to get a boom arm for it, so it's not on the table. But for right now, it's got to be on the table. I want to thank you because it's your donations that allowed me to get this. I think it's very attractive. I don't know. It reminds me of old time microphones. It's got a sound boom around it. So it's really perfect for the readings. But we will get it up off the table eventually. Okay. Bringing in the Tarot of Dreams, and let's begin. Remember, guys, time is fluid. Whenever you find a reading, it's just the right time for you. I put a date on it just to kind of organize it in YouTube. But in no way do I think that this is boxed into 1 month. I am doing your reading a little early just to help get it to you before your birthday. All right, well, hello, Two of Cups. Here we go. This is the soulmate energy. We have the Nine of Wands next to that. You know, it feels like it's something that you've been focusing on. Maybe you've been focusing on a particular soulmate, or you're just focusing on soulmate energy. Well, hello, lovers. Interesting. So, first of all, card of Gemini. And then we have the Six of Wands. You know, it feels like with the Nine of Wands, this is like the action card, okay? The Nine of Wands is about where you put your focus. You know, it's a 9. It talks about understanding that my past were truly lessons to help me grow, to help with my soul growth. And that's exactly what this Nine of Wands is. Now, he's looking right back at the Two of Cups. So, whether this is someone who, you know, is focusing on their path because they now want to they're ready for love, let's say, with the Lovers right next to it. Hello. What a connection we have here, the Two of Cups and the Lovers. And then the Six of Wands is the energy of victory. So I feel like this is saying that somebody is successfully successfully able to close out an old chapter, grow from what I was meant to grow from. That may be what honesty talks about. And if I want to now manifest this in, well, hello, this is the perfect energy. We have the King of Swords. So it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have, wow, Seven of Pentacles. And then, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Clearly, this is a love reading, okay? Probably not just a love reading, but it is a love reading nonetheless. I feel like someone has been taking the time. This may be something that someone couldn't figure out before, right? Perhaps I met someone earlier and there's just this connection that I feel, right? Like I know that they're part of my soulmate family. Whatever reflection needed, whatever I needed to grow from this, well, maybe just your love in general, all of your life. Six of Wands puts you in the energy of victory, of being able to close a cycle. And here is the Ace of Pentacles right under that. Ace of Pentacles is about something new that's coming into your physical world. This is something you can touch. This is something you can hold. Maybe it's something you can kiss, right? Sitting right next to the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles are about your soul's seed of intention. Some of you are just figuring that out, or they're figuring out, whichever direction this goes, that these seeds, even the difficult ones, really taught you a lot. Clearly, successfully able to close a chapter. The universe is responding by sending in this ace. It's almost like now it's time. Let's see what comes next to that. We have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have, wow, guys, we have the Four of Wands. This is the marriage card. This is a true commitment. Two people in this energy truly want to commit to each other. You know, it's kind of that feeling like I couldn't imagine my life without you. Even if you were in my life before. You know, because this is certainly talking about, again, the reflection, being honest with oneself, probably both lovers being honest with themselves, understanding that a connection was part of your soul's intention. There may have been some hard lessons along with that. Nonetheless, I feel like these lovers have the victory energy, right connected to the Queen of Wands, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords kind of anchoring this, and then this commitment. We have the Tower. And we have faith. That is the Hierophant. Let's move this up a little bit. You know, normally a Tower comes into a reading, we get a little nervous. We think something is about to happen. But I have to tell you, I feel like this Tower has already happened. That is why the Nine of Wands is here. You know, one time I feel like there may have been some sort of a commitment. It didn't work then. Maybe it just wasn't time. Maybe both lovers, you know, had not learned their individual lessons yet. You know, think of it like when we come together, we're like each other's mirror, each other's teacher, each other's student, each other's friend, each other's lover. All of that is in the Four of Wands. The Hierophant says, keep the faith. And not just keep the faith, but check your faith system. You know, make sure that you're not living in the past. You're not dragging the hardship of the past to the present day moment. You know, prayers over this Tower. First of all, here is this connection, right? And here we are praying over it, praying over these towers. I feel like for some it's like praying, meditating, whatever word you want to use, to have true reflection over this connection. This connection feels pretty dang important. By the way, we also, the Hierophant is the card of Taurus. Let's get our last one. Taurus is your neighbor. I will be doing Taurus next because they also share April for a birthday, so we'll see what the connections are. Anyway, let's get our last card out, and then we'll bring in the Gilded Tarot to really get into this. Okay, it's a lot of cards, but I mean, they're face up. I have to take them. So what we're going to do is finish the block, and then we'll read the rest separately. Look at this. We have the Palace of Wands. So the Palace in this deck, from my understanding, is the potential of where you will be living, the type of energy you will be experiencing. This is passion. This is desire. Really matches the Four of Wands energy. You know, if I look at just the corners, we have the Two of Wands with the Four of Wands. I'm sorry, we have the Two of Cups with the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, again, victory, and then the Palace of Wands. Ultimately, this Ace seems like it's telling us where we will be ending up, so to speak. All right, we have the Hermit, card of Virgo. We have the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Magician. Let's take these and move them over here. And then we have the Palace of Cups, Love. It's kind of like the Ten of Cups. And along with that is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like there's movement in one's love life. At least there's someone within this lovers who is, you know, the Knight is coming towards you, and this Knight, the Knight of Cups, is bringing in a cup of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment for your heart, for your senses, all of that. So this is coming in, and it's kind of nice that we have the Palace of Wands and the Palace of Cups. Desire and love. Hello. And then we have the Hermit, again, card of Virgo, next to the Eight of Pentacles. This alone could talk about what you've learned through this process, right? The Hermit is also a 9. The Hermit is really seeking the spiritual answers, right? I want the truth of the matter. You know, the Hermit is looking for enlightenment, and the Hermit will find that enlightenment. So some of you, I can see, definitely working on that, or it could be the other way around. Then we have the Seven of Wands and the Magician with that. I have to say, I feel like some of you, this is talking about a period in your life where it's just not talking about love, and this is special love, but it's also talking about what you're creating through it, right? The 8, it's like I go into the Hermit energy, I'm seeking spiritual enlightenment, I receive it, and then the 8 of Pentacles, it's almost like then I use that that enlightenment to create. The 8 of Pentacles says wherever you put your focus is what you will grow. And I feel like for some of you, and then you have the Magician on top of that, right? That's manifesting. There's a lot of manifesting going on here. But I feel like for some of you, what you're manifesting, it can be love, but also I feel like, you know, where you're moving into like the arena of helping other people. teaching other people learning from you just naturally. Like truly you're becoming like the master teacher. The only way you could have gotten to this point is through the Nine of Wands, is taking that moment, looking back at maybe the last 9 years of my life. I feel the cycles run in 9 years. And that's why, by the way, I'm up to three. I'm doing also your personal year for 2021. So definitely check out those videos because you're going to learn a lot about yourself. And it shows you how to do it. So anyways, I have personal year 1, 2, and 3 done so far. Anyway, I feel like some of you are moving into the arena of teacher, and that can be in a million different ways. Okay. We're going to have a full table, I can tell. Well, look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is probably one of the best readings I've done in a while. Very, very clear. Ten of Pentacles talks about abundance. Abundance within the home. This is the energy of having all that you need. Some of you are creating out of the home, and you may be surprised in how that will grow. Probably financially will grow. And not just that, I feel like you're being guided to this type of energy. So the Ten of Pentacles is beautiful energy to have on the bottom of the deck. Let's put that up with that over with this. And let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. I forgot the name for a minute. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. What does that tell us? That tells us that whatever happening here is your original seed of intention. And many of you know, I see us as souls first, right? Like sitting on the edge of heaven before we come into this physical world and planting certain seeds that we want to come out at certain times. That's divine timing, right? We have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. With the Four of Wands, again, a commitment. A commitment I couldn't imagine not having you out of my life. Or in my life. I couldn't imagine not having you in my life. But the Tower is there. So at one time, I feel like that Tower happened. There was a split. Now, this could be lifetimes ago. It can be souls coming back to finish what they have started. Ultimately bringing them to this Palace of Wands, this Palace of Cups. The universe definitely has your back because the universe is bringing in this Ace of Wands this Ace of Pentacles. And this Ace of Pentacles is coming from your tree of seeds of intention. So, let's give it a cut and let's go a little deeper. Have a siren going off. I haven't heard a siren in a long time. All right, let's start at the beginning and let's get a little more clarity over these lovers, over this opportunity to create a new way of living for yourself. And again, we're talking abundance. Eight of Pentacles says, you focus on it, you're going to grow it. You stop focusing on it, it could wither away. It's almost like sometimes, not sometimes, but sometimes it happens where, we're with someone and it just doesn't work at that time. That's my experience, right? The guy I'm with now, that I'm living with, by the way, today is our 1-year anniversary that we've been living together. I left Rhode Island 1 year ago today. I was on the plane right now. And then our life began together. So, didn't expect it. But yet here I am. Okay, we have the Page of Cups coming over the Two of Cups. We have the Star. Star is, first of all, it's a card of Aquarius, but it's also about your hopes and your dreams and your wishes. The Hierophant asks you, are you still trying to manifest the highest of energy for yourself? Because you have the ability, right? Page of Cups tells me, coming over this Two of Cups, maybe some time was needed for me to really learn to live within my own skin, learn to appreciate all that I am. Imperfect, but nonetheless loving, right? And then we have the King of Cups coming over the Lovers. Potentially Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This king is someone, when you think of the king, doesn't have to be the sign. This King of Cups is someone who comes to the table with an open heart. This is someone who would rather be in love, let's say with you, than out of love. This is someone who now I feel like is realizing, and maybe you the same, we have a lot of mirroring energy, so maybe you the same. Because I'm looking at the Star over the Knight of Wands, and that's telling me that it's taken some time for me to get true reflection, probably over the towers, right? True reflection over it. They don't fear me. I mean, I don't fear the towers anymore. Why? Well, because over here it shows that probably both of you have gone through, let's just say, the Hermit energy, and this is really where you're connecting your spirituality. You're understanding that love is more than just this physical thing, right? I don't know. I have a feeling this energy has been connecting to each other. So anyways, we have the King of Cups who comes to the table ready, willing, and able to be in a relationship. Wow. We have the Two of Cups again. Look at this, guys. Coming over the Six of Wands. So again, Six of Wands is the energy of victory, right? Six of Wands is also the energy where your energy, it's your energy, right? And it's somewhat alluring. Other people are listening, are paying attention, respect what it is you have to say. I have a feeling this king, no matter what king, is seeing this queen in a different light. The queen is seeing the king in a different light. Again, even if there was a breakup, it just kind of feels like, maybe we were just meant to stir that connection, but it wasn't meant to really be everything it can be at that time. So, Two of Cups again. Okay, let's look at this King of Swords. It's funny, I was going to, I'm doing your reading now, but I was going to hold it back for like about a week. Now I don't feel like holding it back. Some are just reevaluating their dreams and how they want their life to look. And, maybe there's been a lot of burden in your life and what have you, and, or them, and it's just like enough is enough, right? It's time for me to live my best life. Oh, I didn't even know I had cards down here. Don't know when they came out, but we're going to take them. We have the Two of Wands, so here we go. And look at this. We have the Queen of Cups. So we have, and again, forget about signs. We have the King and we have the Queen of Cups. So close together, right? The Queen is touching the Seven of Pentacles. Just meant who's meant to be in my life. I'm feeling it now. I'm really feeling that a certain person is meant to be in my life. In no way am I saying that if someone denies you, then it's probably not that person. Maybe you just haven't met that person yet. Because we are starting at the Two of Wands. So this is where I'm starting to intuitively feel to move a certain direction. Going right into that Seven of Pentacles. Why? Because one of your seeds of intention is coming to fruition. There it is. There it is. And I have a feeling I have been asking for this, praying for this, trying to manifest this. And here it is. You know, it feels like a special love story. What can I say? For some, it is carrying the energy of a twin flame, but I don't want you to worry so much about that. We have the Empress. Wow. Maybe someone's becoming a mom. And then we have the Six of Cups. So, for those of you who read tarot, you can kind of just follow the line. It's showing us exactly where you have the potential of taking this, or where the potential lies. Six of Cups is, you know, it can be someone from the past, but this is someone that I have happy, loving memories about. This is someone who stirs my desire, so to speak. And the Two of Cups is right above that. So I have no doubt that this Two of Cups is now meant to come together. In the Empress, let's talk about the Empress for a second. What a beautiful energy coming over this Ace of Pentacles, especially with this energy over here of some of you moving into, let's say, spirit type of teaching or healing or helping others to overcome, right? Why? How? Because you've been there. Now we have a train. Pretty busy out today. So I love the Empress's energy. She's very, very creative. She's very nurturing, compassionate. It's been it's been a journey to get me here, right? To open up this part of me. But she's also someone who's very strong, not strong-headed, strong. Learn to trust in divine timing and all that it can be. And I feel like maybe it was, it was a journey to get to this point. The only way I can get to the Empress's energy is through experiences, honestly, right? It's the experiences I have and then learning how to overcome them. Or let's look at it a different way. The experiences I have and the reflection over them to find out what it taught me, what I may have taught another, right? She feels very enlightened, by the way. Some of you may be starting a family too. Or you could be combining, but I do feel the energy of mom in here too. So for some of you, that is also a message for you. So Six of Cups, someone of the past. Someone, when I think about, makes me smile. We have the Four of Cups coming over the Four of Wands. We have the Death card coming over the Tower. You could have lost someone. Definitely someone could have crossed over. And that could have, held back your energy for a while. I don't feel that a whole lot. Though I do have the energy of mom right here, too. So some of you, your mother, your grandmother, your sister, that type of energy, your aunt, someone who... And you don't always have to have lived in the same life with these people. It can be a great, 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 great aunt or grandmother, that type of thing. So, anyway, the Death card is coming over the Tower. What does that tell us? It tells us that this is a period where we are no longer to live in the Tower's energy. Tower's energy is almost like the fear that if I move forward in something, it'll all come crashing down. Why wouldn't it? It did before. Well, because these people are different. These people have grown. These people are aware. They've had their awakening. Now, that doesn't mean I know everything. I'm on that path, right? And I feel like you're kind of mirroring each other here. So the Death card is saying this tower's energy is no longer needed. I need to close the door to that. Why? Well, when the Death card comes out, its promise is you close that door, and I promise you a new door will open. And within that new door is awareness, is, well, love, right? Is purpose. You know, you figure out, like, what is it I'm meant to do here on this earth? Sometimes we don't figure out till a little later in life, right? Especially if we're moving into the Empress energy, because it's our experiences that teach us. And therefore, then we can help others. We can help teach them. But anyway, so Death card says, close that energy. Don't need it anymore. Here's a new pentacle entering into your life. It's carrying the energy of the Lovers. 2 of Cups doubled. Hello. So we don't need it anymore. Faith says, you know, if you're having a hard time closing this tower, then you need to spend another moment just to reflect upon it. Really look at it from the big picture. Don't allow yourself to feel the pains that you used to feel. And I just feel like then you got to move on. Right? I got to close the door. It's the only way another door can open. And there's the door. Hello, the World card. There's the door. This door carries a lot of spirituality in it. This door carries a lot of empathy and compassion and wisdom. This talks about a chapter in your life where I often feel this is when we're the closest to God. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to die soon. It just means I feel the energy of divine like never before. And not just that, but I put my trust in it, right? The world is, to me, a veil that is getting ready to open. I feel like it did require that I move up into the Empress energy. If I'm a male watching this, it just means the Emperor energy. But really what it talks about is how from your journeys, if I reflect upon it for what it truly is, I can see that what I've learned is how to be more empathetic, how to be compassionate. You know, no one can pull the wool over the Empress's eyes. So that's why I feel like fear of anything just needs to go away. You know, we have a lot of 2, so this could talk, you know, some of you may be a life path 2, or maybe having a personal year 2. If you are, definitely check out the video I put off for personal year 2, because it is about soulmates. And this is very fitting. So anyways, here is the door, right? Death card says, close out the door of the old so I can bring you new. You do that, and it shows almost immediately. Don't forget, we have the Magician over here. We have the Star card up here. Your ability to manifest. Their ability to manifest. You know, I just feel like this is just meant to be. And then look at this. We end with the 9 of Wands again. So the 9 of Wands is touching also this 6 of Cups. Can you see how it's mirroring each other? It's like 2 people, each separately in this 9 of Wands, each separately reflecting back on maybe just this relationship. And again, maybe this hasn't even happened yet, right? The 6 of Cups can talk about, even, especially with the 9 of Wands here, can even talk about past lives But now this person, this lover, this soulmate is coming, in divine timing. I feel in divine timing. I do feel for us to have all that our soul truly wants, we have to be at a certain energy level. And I feel like that's part of why we're here, to learn that, right? To learn that we are soul connected, that we have divine to help us on this journey. So, interesting, because a lot of mirroring energy. Two of Wands tells me this probably hasn't happened yet. Um, Again, I feel like both people in this energy definitely want each other. So if there's someone who is just resisting you, who's in lower energy, I don't think it's them. That means it's probably someone new coming for you. Because I don't feel that. I don't feel like, like I have to wait for someone. If anything else, because I feel like both are experiencing the same type of energy, different experiences, but the same energy. Okay, let's look over at this. I know it's hard to see it way over here, but let's look at the Palace of Cups and the Knight of Cups together. I don't know if I gave all the signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, and I don't worry about that because I pay very little attention to, like, doesn't have to be water, doesn't have to be earth. No, because we really are a little bit of everything. All right, Palace of Cups, Knight of Cups. We have the Devil, could be Capricorn, with Three of Wands. So let's talk about the Devil just for a second. So the Devil really talks about our shadow self, right? And it's learning how to balance our shadow self. It's not, we can't get rid of it, right? It's part of us. It can be ego, right? And it's knowing when it benefits us and when it doesn't. And I mean that in a loving type way. So Three of Wands is a way that I'm looking at life. I'm looking optimistically at all that could be. He's looking at a ship that's coming in, hasn't quite reached shore yet, and that's why I kind of feel like this hasn't happened. And maybe that's why I'm doing your reading early. And again, just forget about the time. Whenever you find it, it's just the right time for you. Really, honestly, even if it's a year later. If you feel drawn to a reading, I don't know. I don't want to say can guarantee you, but I feel like if you're drawn to a reading, there are messages here for you. So anyways, it's a new way of looking at life. And maybe this is talking about, I was in my shadow energy with the Tower here. They were in their shadow energy, but now things have changed. That Ace of Pentacles brings me in a new outlook. Listen, love can happen in an instant. And it usually does. We usually don't even know that love is about to happen, and then it happens. I can say that probably with most of the people that I've had relationships in my life, especially this one, Sam. Out of the blue, 40 years later, I get a phone call, and now here I am. We've been living together for 1 year. I can't believe it's been a year already. That has flown by. So, it may just be finding the balance of that. Okay, and then let's look at the Hermit with the Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Magician. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the energy of give and take. It's a time period when I'm feeling very charitable. I'm noticing those who maybe have less, and if I can help, I will help. The universe matches that energy back, even if you don't ask. It's like what you give, you shall receive. So if we can do it from the highest energy, well, that's what we receive back. So Six of Pentacles is finding that balance too, but it's also a reminder that You need to be open to receiving. A lot of us can give, but we have a hard time receiving. This Queen and King of Cups showing here, this is the perfect King and Queen for this type of energy, because both of these, at least how I look at the cups, when we get to the King and the Queen, is in the upright, their hearts are open. They're open to these experiences. Matter of fact, I feel like this Queen and King prefer being in a relationship versus being single. Now, that doesn't mean that they hate being single, but there's, I feel like this is the energy of really wanting to share my life with someone. Death card saying close the door to the previous towers, just understand them. And I promise you, when you close that door, a new door will open, and bam, it opens. So, and then over here with the Six of Pentacles, I just feel like for some of you, it's like coming full circle. Your experience is now helping others. And, I'm not going to put any limit on that. An Ace of Pentacles is something that comes into your physical world. And I feel like you do whatever you want with it. But it has an opportunity to really grow. Didn't I see the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck? This is a time period, not just love, but abundance, material. This may be a time period where, your life is really changing. You are doing maybe something completely different in your career, but it feels like it's meant to be. This love, come on, it is meant to be. Does it have to be? No. I can say no to it, right? I can say no. I can refuse to close the door. I can. But why would I? If I've moved into the Empress's energy, I have nothing to fear. Right? I am awakened. Anything that comes before me, if it is not good for me, I will feel it. And I feel in this reading too that as it relates to love, this is not about someone who's resisting you. If they're resisting you, maybe that's the door you need to close, because there may be something better. You may say, no, but that's the person I want. If they're resisting you, I don't feel like there's resistance in here. I feel if anything, there's been a lot of learning, a lot of evaluating, and praying. And therefore, it's like the prayers are being answered. There's only one thing you had to do. You had to close the door to the old towers. You had to move into the Empress's energy. And that just means that you learned from the tower. You learned from it. You looked at it from the big picture. And it just kind of feels like you're starting a new life. It just does. And I think I'm going to leave it there. By the way, the Four of Wands is the marriage card. But beyond that, it's the energy of two people who could not imagine. It's like once they come together, they could not imagine not having each other in their lives again. And it's funny because Sam had just said that to me the other day. Like, I could not imagine not having you in my life now. But we lived 40 years without each other. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's read Mother Mary. We have honesty. Honesty. Excuse me. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you are to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing this situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Beautiful. And I just feel like that's perfect. I feel like in the Nine of Wands, that is exactly what you're doing. You are taking an honest evaluation of yourself and your life. You're no longer feeling sorry for yourself, for any of these towers. You're now understanding them. You have the potential of a true commitment here. I feel like forevermore. I feel like both people are on the same page. And that's why I feel like for some of you, this is someone that you've been with before. And listen, I feel like both come to the table ready, willing, and able to commit. If that's not them, then I want you to look at it a different way. Then this is divine saying, close the door to that so that the right person can come in, right? The person who can come in and see you for all that you are. Listen, we're all imperfect. We know that. But the Empress has grown leaps and bounds in her life, and it is due to her experiences. Death card says, close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Get back into your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And bam, I will open a new door for you. And therefore, a new door opens. I love you guys. I'm going to leave it that. I'll leave it there. You know what? This is quite a special connection here. Special. And I'm going to leave it there. I could just keep reading this, but I think I think this is a good place to end it. So anyways, guys, thank you as always for your beautiful support of my channel. It is through your donations that I was able to buy this microphone. And I think it makes my voice more clear for you. So thank you for that. Now in the market, I'm going to be looking for a camera to shoot this video instead of my laptop. So I'm just trying to make it better and better and better for you. I've been bringing out a lot of new type of readings. I hope you check them out. It's just what I feel guided to. So check them out. Let's see, personal year number, I have 1, 2, and 3 done so far. So if you're in that category, I would check that out. It gives you a good guideline for 2021. Just real quick, how do you figure that out? You take the day you were born and the month you were born. So we'll use me for an example. I was born in September. That's a 9. I was born on the 13th. So I'm going to add 9 plus 1 plus 3. That brings me to a 4. Now, let's say that brought me to a double digit. Bring it down until you add a single digit. And then I'm going to take that 4 and I'm going to add it to the universal year 5. Universal year 5, guys, that talks about changes. That's what your reading's talking about. Don't close off all that can be. Again, a lot of things that happened in my life were by complete surprise, but I'm so glad that I followed my intuition. And I had some fear, but I let that go and I followed my dream, and here I am. So, I feel like a lot of times Spirit uses my life to help you see what can be. And, you guys know I've definitely had some downs, but I've had some ups too. So this is truly love. And I hope you just see it for what it is. So thank you again. Thank you for your supporting my channel through your likes, your subscribes. Welcome anyone that's new. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for sharing the video. I truly appreciate that. And Just thank you for allowing me to be me. I love you guys. I'll see you in the readings. Bye-bye.